What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the 9th gen. I've had this car for a very long time, 6 or 7 years. I'm like the 3rd owner. It is super clapped. It's only got like 80,000 miles on it. It is my daily driver. It is not in the best condition. I used to take very good care of it, and then it used not to be my daily. It was just a play around car while this car was under the knife for a few years. But this was just a play around car. I needed something reliable. Kind of went to the dealership with horrible credit and ended up coming home with it. So nothing crazy, but it is stock. It used to not be stock. I used to do a whole bunch of car show stuff and travel with my wife. We went to Slammed Enough and everything else. It used to be on bags. It used to have a tuner on it. It had all kinds of stuff. It was, I wouldn't say fully bolt on, but it had like a full exhaust. It had a full catless exhaust. What else did it have? It had just a short ram intake. It had a Flash Pro. It had all kinds of stuff done to it. Had a carbon hood, had a carbon wing. It was on air ride for a while. Also, it had all kinds of stuff done to it. I'll actually throw a picture up of what it looked like a few years ago. I ended up just kind of getting out of it. Building 2 cars for me at the time was not budget friendly. I was spending way more than I had at the time. And I found that racing this car was just way more fun than traveling around and going around seeing the same cars, and well, you know how that kind of goes. Anyways, but the story behind this really isn't much of anything. I shortly, a few months after I had bought it, red oil light came on. Me being young and dumb at the time when I had it, I never really checked the oil level. Didn't think I had to. It was only a few years old when I had bought it, so figured everything was cool and good. Ended up taking it to a buddy of mine who worked at a Honda dealership, and they had one of their techs look at it, and come to find out it had a pretty big scratch in cylinder 3, I believe. So after messing with that for a little bit and then bringing it back, I ended up getting a new bottom end on it. So I think the bottom end now only has like 25,000 miles on it. The head's the original head, so it's got like 80,000, but obviously everything was gone through and made sure everything was good. So it's been good. I mean, it's been honestly a very, very reliable car. It's definitely gone downhill, I would say. I haven't taken very good care of it, to be honest. The car's been in 3 accidents, which basically all 3 of those are hit and runs. I don't want to go into too much detail of that. The last hit and run I didn't get fixed. I mean, we can do a quick walk around of the car. I used to have a carbon fiber emblem that faded, and then I tore it off because it looked ugly. My bumpers held on by quick releases, clapped out. Clear coat's peeling. Doors peeling. Dirty ass wheels. I haven't taken care of this car in a very, very long time. I mean, I maintain it, keep oil in it and everything else. But overall, it's not a terrible car. It's been very, very reliable, other than it likes getting rear-ended a lot, like your ex-girlfriend. Anyways, so not really a whole lot done to it. I think the only thing I have done to it now is it's got hybrid racing shift cables, and then it's got the Buddy Club shifter, which isn't all that great. I don't think it used to have. I had a Acuity in it, and then I ended up selling it because this car was a daily driver. I didn't really care to have that stuff in it anymore, and then I thought I was gonna sell it and buy a truck. That didn't end up working out. I'm kind of more or less introducing this car because this isn't going to be my daily anymore. I need to keep it running, but it's not going to be my daily anymore. I'm getting something new, something that I need for the channel bad. We'll just say I don't have to borrow it anymore. But anyways, we'll go ahead and take a peek under the hood. There's not really anything to look under there, so. Is a Honda. So I have the Downstar hardware. I actually forgot about that. Engine bay is dirty. Oh, I do have the hash port. Engine mount, or the torque mount on the bottom too. I got the hydro dipped cover, but I mean, other than that, it's stock. Nothing done to it. Actually, probably do a cleaning video on this. I haven't cleaned the engine bay since probably since I did all the core stuff, so I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do with this yet. I'd really like to turbo it. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be in the budget, but we're sure going to try. I would like to kind of get this back to a more enjoyable drive. You know, maybe some bolt-ons. I'd like to do an RBC intake, get rid of the plastic one. Maybe find a cheap cold air intake. But before I do all that, I need to go get a Honda. I think I might buy some engine mounts too. I'd like to buy the hash port kit just to stiffen it up a little bit. Yeah, but I'd really like to turbo it. I'd really like to get some stuff going on this. I like to kind of see it more enjoyable and drivable. You know, I know this isn't the most sanctioned Civic because it's got the stupid single port exhaust manifold, or exhaust port I should say. So it's not the best, but it works, so I can't really argue. You know, people do make power on the 9th gens. I'd really like to see this car progress. If I do turbo this car, it'll stay as streetable as possible. You know, keep everything, AC, heat, all that. I want it to go Haltech on this, but I was talking to a few people that have, and there's quite a bit that goes into that. So I think I might just stay with the Flash Pro and turbo it, keep it around probably 400 or 500 horsepower, and then leave it at that. This car doesn't need more than that. I don't want to have more power than that in this. I just want this car to be fun and enjoyable. That's if I go turbo. I'd really like to progress this car, kind of get it back into I wouldn't say like show car. I don't want a show car. I'm over that. I've had my fun with the show car stuff. Doesn't really do anything for me anymore. But I would like to see this car a little bit faster and a little bit more enjoyable to drive. And reliable. Reliable is my big thing. Because obviously I'm trying to make this car streetable. Don't know how that's going to work. This car's obviously stock, so you know it's 180 horsepower or less to the wheels is, you know, fun, but it's not. It's heavy. It's a heavy car. I'd really like to do a K-swap EK sedan or something, but I have this. It's here in front of me. It's reliable. I don't have to work on it. It's oil changes and brakes. You know, it's simple maintenance. And that's what I kind of want to do if I decide to do a turbo kit or whatever the case is. But I'd like to do more to this. I'd probably get to start ordering more stuff for it. Little stuff, nothing crazy. So, but I mean, this is the intro to it. I mean, I've had this car forever. Don't know if it's going to spark anybody's interest. I try to do my best to introduce it. Probably not going to do a whole lot of appearance things on it. There's no reason to, I guess. I kind of like the factory look. If I do anything, I'll put another lip on it. I liked how the lip looked, and I'll probably maybe do the HFP side skirts. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to go any crazy extent on the outside. Maybe buy another carbon hood. We'll see where it goes, but really like to see this car progress. And you know, I've had this car, so why not add it to the channel? I mean, this car is still waiting on fab work, so there's no reason to keep this car out of the channel. I mean, I know there's not a whole lot to do. I mean, I could do driving videos, but who wants to see a stock Civic drive on the street and make pulls? You know, it's gonna take me 20 minutes to get 80 miles an hour. Nobody wants to see that. So, but this is the intro for the 9 Chen. We'll kind of see where it ends up. I'd like to lower it more. It's only on IBOC lowering springs. I think it's like a 2-inch drop or whatever. I'd like to get coilovers on it. But other than that, there's really nothing. I mean, it's stock. Maybe we'll do a cleaning video. I haven't really cleaned this car in a very long time, or detailed it like I used to. I used to detail this thing like every week. This was my pride and joy. It was my first big purchase. But you know, as things come and go, you know, other things became priorities. Me and my wife had kids, so this kind of got pushed off, and then I stopped doing the car show stuff, and then the car started going downhill. I had other cars that were my dailies before this was, so I think that's why it's kind of gone downhill, is because it's been a daily. It starts and drives when I need it to, so there's no reason to go to any more extent than that. But other than that, you know, hopefully we can get started on this and turn it into something, maybe. You know, we'll just have to see where it goes. I'll see what kind of reactions I get off this video for introducing it. I made a post a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, about adding this to the channel, and everyone seemed more excited about this than this car, which is fine. I don't really care, you know, whatever. This is all for fun anyway. So, but let me know what you guys like to see me do. I'm not focusing on putting a whole lot of money into this right now. There's not really a whole lot of reason to. I need a Flash Pro, honestly, before I start doing anything, and I need probably to fix the body. I'd really like to fix the body before I started doing a lip or lowering the car. Well, I'd probably lower the car more, but I'd like to fix the outside before I start doing modifications to the outside of it. You know, the inside, I don't care. You know, someone wants to hook me up with a turbo kit, you know, hit me up on the side. But other than that, there's not really, I mean, that's kind of it. So thank you guys for tuning in for another video. Sorry it was an all talking video, but I do plan to make more videos with this. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and hopefully we can make this thing a little bit faster. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share. Peace.